Anyways, what's up, everyone? We're not ending. This is Stereo. Welcome to the 21st episode of the Unnamed Podcast. Today, our guest is Eri. Hello, Eri.
Hello. Hello there.
Once again, this is early for me. First off, yo, what's up, Murasaki? Oh yeah, the best girl time I see. Yes, Eri, best girl.
Best kota mau.
Also, Eri, waku. And Zoo, welcome, Zoo. Good evening. How are you doing? How are y'all doing? So, first off, Eri, how are you doing as well?
Good.
That's good. Well, so basically, the gist
Okay.
of it is because, Eri has been here for quite a while. So, that's why we're
Mhm.
going to ask him about VTubers. And afterwards, if we have time, we're going to transition about building and construction. Because once
Oh my
again,
god.
come on, dude. Oh, yeah, how's the building and construction work? I still remember you said, like, you guys got, like, well, okay. Anyways, first off, let's talk about your introduction or like your beginning, your start as a VTuber. I still remember you mentioning that you actually coded uh, your own, what was it? Yes, your own face tracking software. How was it starting not only as a VTuber but also a VTuber that coded all of the software and like that? Now I remembered. RTC disconnected. Uh, just wait.
Artist
Okay.
disconnection.
I just realized RTC was disconnected, so I was like, silence.
No wonder.
So okay. I was asking about about your start as a VTuber because I still remember you mentioning before that you start because you were interested in the software, and then here this guy. You know how people
Mm-hmm.
when they start off VTubing, some of them don't even know that there's OBS. Some of them, that would be me, but yes, some people didn't have experience with the they just usually tend to default to the V-Road Studios, or they just become a PNG tuber or whatever they call them now.
Mm-hmm.
um but then with you are a different story. You actually started off playing hard mode. You had to create all your software, and that was how you start. Can you talk more about that?
Ah, well, it's before I actually like even make the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it? So back in the day, what is it? Because I was actually like studying for like degree in multimedia programming and computing.
Mm-hmm.
So we are mostly if people who like interested in actually this kind of field
Mm-hmm.
are more interested in like creating stuff, but more on the software department rather than the multimedia creative department, which just making art or like drawing and animation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm always interested in like the software behind like what we have today, like VC face tracking, face rig,
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. So I was actually like trying to develop myself a face tracking software myself.
Dang.
So yeah, I used Unity and trying to hard code some stuff, and to an extent, it kind of worked,
Hmm.
kinda. But not to the point that what we have like right now,
Mm.
making on
Yes.
software for face tracking. Yes.
Yes, this guy just decided to actually start from zero. Like everyone keeps on complaining, like, I didn't have people there for like supporting or like that. But then here we have a guy didn't complain about that, but goes as far as creating his own software to become a VTuber. This is called pure dedication. This is like peak dedication. And I guess that did not did die again. Once again, there is nothing more amusing than my Wi-Fi. I'm not even in Malaysia, yet I already
Yes,
have its Wi-Fi.
Lemau. Time for you to join the mobile data gang.
Yes, mobile data. Once again, yeah.
Mhm.
One thing I would say is impressive is about the resourcefulness you have. Like you're able to take advantage of the resources you have and try to make it something more impressive. I'd say, like, just
Mm.
out of curiosity, how did the concept for Eri James
Mhm.
even begin? Like, what inspired you? Like the name, the outfit, and like that.
Mm, so because what is it? My face while I have like the face tracking and all, but I can't really like what is it? Apply it and use any sort of like model or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm I was actually like I don't have any design in mind in
Mm-hmm.
particular at first. So there's this app called Reality. So
Yes.
yeah,
The currently popular reality
there's
that. Mm.
yeah the currently popular reality, but back then barely even Japanese people themselves barely even know that thing exists. So, but it was first introduced to me by Mia Kimino actually,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because she said like, okay, we are trying to implement some stuff in this app, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize that she was talking about a different version of the app. But thanks to that, I discovered the mobile one,
Oh.
and yeah, uh, I created my avatar there first. So the design that I go for is something like very generic because at the time I don't have anything set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently things that doesn't set my placeholder usually sticks. I think that's a curse to me because yeah. So it kind of sticks and until now it's more or less kind of the same design for like 4 iterations later. Yeah, because I started at reality and then I tried making myself on Vroid and then Live 2D
Mm-hmm.
and then back to Vroid again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the second time I returned to Vroid, I'm actually like go hardcore and actually like start from ground up, like texture, shapes, and everything.
Oh, dang, that is impressive.
Yeah, but at the time, yeah, I created from reality at first.
Mm-hmm.
Reality app, the popular app at Japan, not popular in the entire world. Yeah, even back then, when I first started using it, it's not even popular in Japan. When I open the app, usually back in the day, there's no gacha or anything. They only show like the current live people that are live.
Oh.
Mind you, Malaysian time and Japan time is almost the same, so you can kind of expect like how many people at which time. I see are 12 people online. That's the most. That's the peak. Only 12 people online on reality at that time.
I mean, not going to lie, when you started, a lot of.
It's so contrast with the reality app today,
Yes.
which is kind of like you every time you open you see like 6 or 7,000 people online now. Back in the day, you can count with two hands.
I mean, legit, back in the day for you, right? It was like that's everything was like that small. Like you were talking about this is shifting topics a bit. You're also talking about like VTubers, like for example, Tokino
Mhm.
Sora, that had like 13 viewers, if I remember correctly, on her first live.
Yeah, yeah,
And like I still
yeah.
remember
Back in
like
the day.
shifting topics more into the VTuber realm. Like you also said that the idea of debuts or graduation were actually something that didn't exist. They were something like
True.
weird per se.
Mm.
Can you elaborate more about it?
Yeah. So I think for those who are following, what is it, VTubers since the first conceptualization of that term back in 2016
Mm.
by Kizuna Ai was first. But back in the day, virtual YouTuber is just Kizuna Ai, even
Mm-hmm.
though Mirai Akari exists or uh, Shiro exists,
Mm-hmm.
Kaguya Luna exists. Back in the day, each of these characters have their own name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? Like Shiro calls herself as a virtual caster, and
Mm-hmm.
then Kaguya Luna is like a virtual comedian. The only same thing that is between all of these creators back in the day is that they all within the virtual realm.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, they at first they call themselves as virtual beings or virtual creators.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they first called. The only virtual YouTuber is only Kizuna Ai. Yeah, because she does YouTube just like any regular other YouTuber. She makes reaction content,
Mm-hmm.
reviews, challenges, just like any other YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
The only gimmick was that she's virtual, and she plays a character like she's an AI.
Mm, this
But
this
over time, that term virtual YouTubers start to grow like widespread, and then normal people just clump all of these virtual creators under one umbrella.
mm. Yeah. You were talking about like how people stream, but then they're not actually VTubers because you said back in the days, Kizuna Ai was actually doing YouTubing. They were actually making videos rather than
Mm,
streaming, and you said this is also something that is weird about the community when it first started.
mm. I'm not saying when we say weird, we're not
Yeah,
saying it like in a negative
yeah, yeah,
light,
yeah, yeah. It's
but it's
just
just that we're just saying that it's in what is it, away from its original meaning. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like because when you're YouTubing, you're actually like making videos and
mm-mm.
stuff like that. But yeah, Annoying Orange is the very first
Yes,
VTuber.
Annoying
I saw
Orange is the very first
it.
YouTuber.
Yes, yes. Annoying Orange is the very first VTuber. I agree,
I mean, it's the
100%.
first face rig, the first live 2D. I mean, it's similar to my
Mhm,
concept, right? But then you just instead make me
mhm,
an orange and then add some eyes and a mouth onto it. Then you get annoying orange.
mhm, mhm. So yeah, I think it's around, what is it? Around near the end of 2018,
Mhm.
like that is during the climb of uh Hololive for overseas,
Mm.
and for local Japanese is the Niji Sanji. Uh, yeah, Niji Sanji is much more popular at home at Japan
Mm.
than overseas, like we know today. But even so, both of these like groups, they're actually like the weirder ones
Mhm.
in VTubing as a whole. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you look at other groups as well, the other, what's the name? The one with Ellie before, uh, the golf groups.
Mm.
They do streaming as well, but they do a lot of video contents as well. And then like Game Boo, the Game Club project
Mhm.
as well. they are a group, but yes, they are like actual virtual YouTubers because they make more videos instead of streaming. In fact, I don't remember that Game Club project the streaming, but
Mhm.
yeah, they do more videos. So Hololive and Nijisanji are the weirdo ones actually.
Yes, this is true.
Hmm.
Also, uh, hello, Ririto, and yes, this video doesn't have a title. It's Unnamed
Yes,
Podcast.
this video doesn't have that. Amazing. I don't even know how to put like blank over there.
Because you know that one song, right, by the
Mhm.
No Name guy.
Ah, I see.
Yes, that was the inspiration. It took me a while to find
I
out,
see.
but then it's like I think it's UTC 2 plus 200.
Mm,
Basically, use UTC plus 200 and it fits in.
mhm,
But yeah, talking about VTubers the from the old days, I think this is a bit.
mm.
It might be a bit like a dumb question because I think most of us might know it. But just for the audience sake, who is your favorite VTubers like from the old days?
From the old days, I mean, there's a lot of like indies actually. Like even if it like indies, the big ones usually are like under like companies.
Hmm.
But if you want to say like under companies, then certainly like Kizuna Ai is like definitely a favorite. It's always
Hmm.
fun. Then there's like Nekomiya Hinata, and
Ooh.
if I have to pick the one that I usually follow, like always up to date, like back in the day, is either Mirai Akari or uh, Kimi no Miya.
Oh,
Yeah, these two. Mm.
I mean, all of those, I would say you have interacted with Kim no Miya before, like on the. I still remember she hosted like a karaoke live or like no, it was like a
Yeah,
competition.
the song contest. Yeah, the
Yeah.
song competition. Yeah, singing competition. Mhm. But we do like, yeah, we do like contact like off as well, like
Hmm.
off off stream or off video because she we made the what is it,
Hmm.
the community called Univirtuals.
Mm-mm-mm.
So we people in the Univirtuals like, yeah, we're friends. So yeah, we communicate, we talk, plan stuff, and yeah.
Mm. Can you tell me
So I
more
guess
about?
that's the
Hmm?
closest I can get.
Can you tell us more about Univirtuals? Because I've heard about it, but then I haven't seen it that much quite recently.
Hmm. I mean, it's kind of like how my VT is.
Mm.
It's a community, so you may or may not heard about it, kind of like that. But for those who are aware of it, they are aware of it, and it's still here. It still exists.
Mm.
The only thing that we are not certain is that either we can still use the name Univirtuals, especially after Mia is gone.
Hmm? Mia's gone?
Oh yeah, probably you didn't heard the news, or some of you guys in the viewer doesn't haven't heard is that Mia Kimino is gonna be retiring soon.
Oh, that explains why she's doing like the last song review thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did see that and I was like, wait, is she graduating or something like that? So once
Mhm.
again, the terms is just like leaving. But yeah,
Mm.
Eri, are you sure you not work at Mysterio Mamak before? Your outfit make me think that you was a worker there. What?
Because it's green.
Welcome, Kitty. Also, yeah, that's actually that's a surprise that Miyaki Mino is. retiring soon.
But then again, yeah, but then again, it's she have done this like really long already, so it's understandable.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically better than just like starting and leaving. Like everyone, this is true. It could be sadly true about it, but it's a fact that people are going to leave after a while. It might be a long time, it might be a short time, but
Mm.
this is like a fact. Also, Murasaki, you missed Eri talking about reality. Over here, we have Murasaki, casually also another big reality streamer.
Yes, reality is good, but
Yes.
now they have gacha.
Is there something wrong with the gacha?
Why gacha? You know the clothes that I'm actually using back in the day. Now it's behind a gacha paywall. So mine is like very special clothes now. I feel premium in the game in the app now.
Wait. So your clothes are now special.
Yeah, it's considered special now.
Oh my god. I have a premium version of Eri. Ah, there's a Wi-Fi messing with me at the moment. Please don't miss. Uh, you know,
It's gone.
in moments like this, when I see the RTC at 0, I tend to say ara ara. For some reason, it works.
Lemau.
I have no idea why it works, but it works. Casually, I still remember talking about ara ara. How Zoo, you made like a video saying like sometimes it's not about the uwu or the ara ara or the oni chan. Sometimes it's about, was it the yeehaw or like that? But you just casually brought the gun. But yeah,
Yeah, it's the yeah.
was
Yeah,
that
it's
like a,
the yeehaw.
it's a yeehaw?
Mhm.
But one thing I still remember that you are a huge fan of, even to the fact that we were watching the concert like outside the stadium. Hime Hina.
Yes.
Yes. Now this guy, I'd say
Yes.
he's impressive because I said it many times before, and I'll still say it again. This guy has legit collabed with Hime Hina before.
What? No.
Come on, dude, you have. I remember.
No.
I still
What the
remember
hell do you?
watching the concert, and then I heard Eri's voice. I mean, legit. You could find, if you might actually see this guy before, like in the comment sections of Hime Hina. For example, if you're scrolling down through like a typical Hime Hina video, and you
Oh
see a
my
comment
god.
saying like, "Oh, it makes me sad seeing Hime cry," ah, that would be Eri.
Oh my god.
Reason why I found out about it, Eri was talking about the lemon cover, which is now deleted, on the main channel, on her channel, and
No, no. Oh, it's not deleted.
well, reposted, right, or like that.
It's only posted in another channel, on
Uh,
their test channel.
and then I casually scroll down the comments, and I find like an Airy channel comment like, it makes me sad seeing him.
What? Jeez,
I
this
couldn't
dude.
believe my eyes. Wait, Airy comment. Like you could also
I was
occasionally,
I was there.
yes, you could occasionally see like an Airy comment like on the live when they're live chatting or live streaming, just say like "okaeri" or like "tadaima" or like that.
Oh my god.
And yes, I watched it. But yes, I mean, here's the thing. Hime Hina is great. Like the songs are wonderful. Their
Mhm.
interaction is also really cute. But out of everything, just curious, out of the songs, which one is your favorite or your favorites?
If I have to say, like, favorites, the one that I usually love to hear is, I think, Hitogata, their first song,
Ah, Hitogata.
especially the rock version. Actually, I like the rock version of
Oh,
Hitogata. Mm, And then it's hard to pick. Holy dang. I think I know Hana as well.
Mm.
I know Hana and I think Hibari. I think Hibari. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, these three is like the top three for me.
I mean, those are good songs. Like Hitogata, I still remember like playing it like amongst like some other Hime songs that are quite
Hmm. I mean, it was actually like used for the VTuber anime before.
really. Wait, VTubers had anime?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the virtual park anime.
Virtual
There's
Park.
actually mhm, it it showcases like all the VTubers at that time was way back. I think it's like when was that? I think it's summer 2018.
Oh,
Hmm. The opening was like what is it? Welcome to Japari Park, and then the ending was Itogata. The ending have different songs every episode.
wait, it's called Virtual Park or what?
Yeah, virtual park. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like that is it's crazy how they have like it. But I still
Mm-hmm.
remember like how yeah. Honestly, I can't find like Virtual Park for some reason, but yeah, it's crazy how far like the VTuber scene has grown.
Mm.
Like it's crazy. Like I still remember back when I joined, like even say the my VT community, it was like just roughly around like 60. Like still hasn't reached 100 yet, and then now it's like way over 100. I think it's probably around 200 or maybe higher as
It's
well.
way over 400 actually.
Wait, it's way over 400.
Yeah.
The fuck? Wait, what?
And that is when we kind of like put a halt in like updating the list. So I don't know if it's like 400 or maybe already reached 500 over.
Honestly, honestly.
I mean, I think that's we can see like the difference like back in the day and now. Because back in the day, the ones who can actually do VTubing is either you have a lot of cash, really or really skilled in technology,
Mm-hmm.
or you under a company.
Mm.
That but now almost everyone can become a VTuber
Yes, that is
because
true. Almost anyone can
there's a
become one.
lot of softwares available which are free. You can become one.
Mm-hmm.
You can just like create and get Vroid. Vroid is free. Play around with the textures from just use one of if you don't know how to like create the model, you can just use the pre-made models, just change the textures and everything, load it into like VC face
Mm.
or like virtual trackers, VUP, anything,
Mm-hmm.
and boom, you're done. You're a VTuber. OBS is free, XSplit is free. It's so easy these days. Unlike like last time, uh, even like the good trackers are in VR.
Oh,
So first you need an actual VR headset, like the VR gear,
yes, I
and
still
then
remember.
mm, and then Vroid was like the VRM file model. The file type VRM is still very new, so not many other softwares can like use VRM.
Mm, mm.
So you can't use Vroid, and then if you want to go to Live 2D, you need to get Face Rig, which is you need to pay for it. So becoming a VTuber like simply like 2 years ago
Mm.
and comparing like with now is the accessibility is very different.
Yes.
Right now, like even like right at this second, a 13-year-old with a phone can already become one.
Mhm. That is legit crazy. Like how VTuber software has already shifted this far. And you were saying
Mhm,
about like how like the VTuber scene for like becoming a VTuber back then is much different from becoming a VTuber now. Besides the
mhm.
technology, what else have you noticed like the difference between the people who became VTubers then and VTubers now? Like what's the difference?
Mm, one thing for sure is that uh, we can see that right now the VTuber scene is actually entering a new era actually
Mm.
as well. Like back then, it was we can call it the Wild West. Actually, we can
Yes.
just call it like the Wild West because everything goes. Everything goes. There's no set of like standards. There's no standards. There's no like quality control. There's not much competition.
Mm.
Uh, and anything can go. Basically, like back in the day. And then we come around to like there was like 2016 to like 2018, I would say. And then you came to like the time where I kind of started, which is the 2019 to 2020,
Mm-hmm.
is that you can call it like the discovery era actually,
Mm-hmm.
because because there's already like we already have like the senpais, the from the early the pioneers. We
Mm.
already seen how they work, how they're creating, how they're acting
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And because of that, a lot of VTubers from the 2019 to 2020
Mm-hmm.
are following this kind of like a mold, like a mold,
Mm-hmm.
but not to the point that we are so enclosed. So it's still that's why it's called like a discovery, because while we are following the footsteps of those before us,
Mm-hmm.
we are trying to see how it can be expanded from that base.
Mm.
So you have like a starting we have a starting ground thanks to our seniors from the 2016 to like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that base we can like outreach and like go through like different kind of stuff. That's why we see like TV casts, TV shows like anime and
Mm-hmm.
even drama using virtual YouTubing style.
Mm-hmm.
And then even to the like the unsay so part, like Project Melody.
Wait, when did she start? Like,
She started in a site that is not for kids.
no, I know where she started from, but what
Yes.
year like did she start? Was she 2018 as well? Or?
Hmm? Project Melody is actually 2019 actually.
Oh,
That's why I said like starting from 2019 is kind of like a discovery era for VTubers. Like
ah,
we have a base. We know where to start. We know how to start, but we are trying to like go outside the horizon and like try different things with this medium. That's why they go to TV, they go to uh unsafe sites like Project Melody did, and then like even like going on very obscure streaming sites, or like even like ads and stuff like that. That's why that time is kind of like the discovery era.
mm-hmm.
And then because of that, uh because of that, some, but due to luck and probably strategy, some groups like able to like capitalize on this trend.
Mm, mm, mm,
For example, like Hololive, Nijisanji, Vishojo,
mhm,
all of these they managed to like capitalize this what is it? These trends.
mm.
And then this is where the current era start, you know? Like the end of 2020 to like today. This is where we are entering a new era actually.
What?
It's kind of like the mainstreaming of VTubing.
Ah, yes, the mainstream era.
Mm.
I mean,
We are breaking the mainstream era because now, back in the day, it's only the entertainment companies or even technology companies might be interested in
mhm.
this VTubing thing. But now, even companies that are not related at all started using it.
Yes.
Mm. Like video games, I mean, it's still close, but they don't go for like VTubing. Like companies like Sega and then like even Sony already done it.
Mhm.
And then there's Netflix.
Yes.
Mhm. Then a lot of like even the weird ones. Like I remember, like if I'm not mistaken, like one of the scientific research organization in Europe is actually like using a virtual mascot and do virtual YouTubing style as well,
Yes,
which is really weird.
I also heard that Virtualscape is a big future company. I agree with you, Kiri.
Nah.
It's like the future of VTubing, to be honest. Virtualscape. I mean, like they promote like we're not just VTubers. We're also we're first and primarily creators. Like we've got artists, we've got riggers, 3D riggers. We've got um we've got people that make like songs. They compose like BGM. Man, Virtualscape is amazing. I will say. No, I just wonder who the founder of Virtualscape is. It
I
they're
wonder who as well.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like a really chill guy. The name is like Eri James. Like he's like
Mm.
really good at singing. Seems like the guy that's like interested in construction who gets excited over like material like wood or like for example like teak wood or about like concrete or all that good stuff.
Oh my god.
He seems like a chill guy. I
Nah.
would definitely like to invite him to the podcast. Oh wait.
Oh,
Ah, hello Eri.
oh wow. Hi.
Yeah, I heard that person is Yago Malaysia. I mean, this guy is also like the founder of the community, of the Malaysian VTuber community. That's like legit. It's crazy though how much you have already given to the community. Like you're probably one of the, well, you are one of the starters, the pioneers of the community per se. And if I may ask,
Yeah.
have you? Oh, sorry for interrupting quite a bit.
Nah.
If from like last time we asked about like the international scene and like that. If I'm asked from back when you first started to now, what are the changes you notice about the Malaysian community per se?
Mm. It's still very young. That's all I can say.
Mhm,
It's still very, very young. Cause like just comparing it like to our neighbors like Philippines and Indonesia,
mhm.
it's super young. Because like
Yes.
when I first started back in the day, like 2 years ago,
Mhm,
when I actually did start, I know like there's Roselia already there, and there's what is it, Suparaida as well, but he rarely market himself as a VTuber,
Mhm.
it felt very alone because there's really empty. Like in especially in the Malaysian scene, it's very barren. Not gonna lie.
Ye-
That's why it's understandable that like Super Rider is aiming for the art community, and then like Roselia is actually attending to the outside Chinese audience.
mhm.
Like, can I say the country name?
Yeah, you could say the country name.
Yeah, I mean like yeah, the Roselia actually like cater to the Taiwanese and the Hong Kong audience.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Mm. And then there's me because I'm English speaking, so I cater more towards the English speaking audience then, like usually almost around the world, of course. So
Mhm.
because and then when I start back in the day, simply look on the neighbors like Philippines and Indonesia.
Mhm.
They already have like over hundreds of VTubers, including company owned.
Mm.
So right now, uh, right now there are a lot of companies already in like the neighboring countries, but in Malaysia there's barely any. And the one that is very noticeable are, of course, My Holo TV
Mhm.
and recently Project Hikayat.
Mhm.
So the and the fact that for these two company as well is that they don't really focus much on Malaysia. They don't really actually focus on Malaysia, even though they're actually like Malaysian based. They're only Malaysian based, but they don't focus on Malaysia. Different from like how Mahapancha started, or like the mid company started.
Mhm.
uh they started and like actually like trying to grow the scene in their own country.
Mm.
So if we want to say like a Malaysian VTuber company, hard it's hard to sell My Holo TV or Project Hikayat. So so all I can say is that in terms of like the community age uh of Malaysian VTubing
Mhm.
community and the others around,
Mhm.
it's still young. Even after these 2 years, it's very young. It's very young because we still not we are still not out of the discovery bubble yet. We're still not outside. We're not reaching out that much. There are certainly like noticeable ones, but only far and few.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Whereas if you like say like Indonesian, you immediately can name at least like 10 immediately. There's a lot already like that, but for Malaysian, people will even confuse, even Malaysian themselves will say, "Oh, kita ada VTuber? We have VTubers here?" So the in terms of like discovery, Malaysian VTubing scene is still young.
Mm.
That's all I can say.
That's legit
But
crazy.
I think that yeah, but I think that's a good thing. That
Mhm.
means we still have freedom. At least there's no standards, there's no anything. We can do whatever we want, so
So,
we
in
can like
other words,
shape. Hmm.
oh, so you can shape.
So we can shape what is it, however you want to be, how you want to brand yourself, you know. There's no standards to follow and things like that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, in other words, this makes Eri Bapak VTuber. I see.
Nah, I'm also like one of these like the young ones. So yeah, it's if it feels like you, yeah, it's very small. We are still so small. We are so small. We are so young compared to the others outside in the world. And
Mm,
nothing much has changed in the 2 years actually. Yes, the number grow, the number of VTubers grow,
mm,
but culturally and then like society mindset and everything still the same. Nothing has changed. That's it.
mm. Though, to be honest, this might just be like my opinion. I may be wrong about this, but I feel like with the newer generations, with the newer members, they tend to fit the EN community a bit more compared to like the older members.
Mm,
Like they follow like the EN trends and like that, or like the
mm,
EN style. Not to say anything
mm,
bad, but it's just my observation. I kind of feel like they fit the EN community model quite
mm,
a bit more than compared to like the older people.
mm. I mean, it's understandable because of like it depends on like where, when, and by who are you exposed to VTuber.
Mm,
So it's very understandable. Like because if you want to say uh like for me, for example, the moment that you ask like your first VTuber that you watch is certainly like uh Kizuna Ai, and then I will say like Mirai Akari, and then like Kaguya Luna, Shiro, Nekomiya, Noja Loli.
I yes, no
Those who
Jaloli.
started, those who started VTubing like today, like this year,
mm,
aside from maybe they might not even heard of Kizuna Ai, but mostly will heard about Kizuna Ai, but they don't even know who Mirai Akari is. They don't even know who Shiro is. And it's very apparent because last time I was actually like watching one of the streams from
ah,
Pau's children, Aika. It's very
yes.
apparent that the VTubers that she said like she never seen are all the ones that from back then.
Mm,
And then there's more underneath that she could not put in any category because she didn't even know who they are or anything. So it's very apparent the difference. So I think that's why like today's generation fits more to the EN because the
mm,
EN is kind of the same as well
mm,
because a lot of the newer EN VTubers their first exposure mostly
mm.
by Hololive EN.
Ah, that is true.
Mm. That's why they kind of like follow the culture of the Hololive EN, which follows the original Hololive,
Mm.
and that's where the weird culture started. The
Ah,
debut, the graduation, the pre-debut, and stuff like that. That's why you can say it's not the new Malaysian generation and stuff like stuff suits like the EN. It's more like the new generation VTubers as a whole.
mhm.
Because back in the day, again, the other EN VTubers they don't do this
Mm.
debut thing as well. They never done this. They simply just do an introduction video or no introduction video at all.
Yes.
That's it. They don't have any streams. They don't even stream.
Mhm.
They make videos.
Mm.
Yeah, so you can see the difference in the era of VTubing rather than the community itself.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because VTubing, when we say about VTubing, the the language and the what is it? The language and the geographical location doesn't really matter
Mm,
because we're all on the same we're all in the same world. We are all in the virtual world.
mm, mm, mm.
We just speak different languages.
Yes.
But it's the time that divide us.
Yes,
Like
that is true.
mm. before 2018, and then there's the after 2019. Yeah, that's the split there. Or you can like put a split right here on 2021,
Mm,
where everything is turning mainstream with VTubers now.
that is true. But
Mhm.
yeah, I could definitely understand. Like for example, my first VTuber wasn't Kizuna or like that. It was a Sapahan virtual YouTuber named Eri. Uh,
Lamau.
yes, that's why I grew up with the Kopi Vosian Tamhutut Ngavi instead of the Hai Domo Kizuna Ides.
What the hell?
Yes.
I mean that greeting, I kind of like took inspiration from Kizuna Ai as well, because
Really?
that's how the old VTubers started, right? Like they always like have greeting in front of their videos and stuff like that.
Really? So basically Kizuna I would also say Kopi Vosian Tamhutut
No,
Ngavi.
no, no, no.
It's your girl Kizuna I.
But yeah, you can see all their like the opening catchphrases, like right in the back in the days, like Kizuna is like hi tomo Kizuna ai desu, like this, and then like there's Mirai Akari like yahoo Mirai Akari da yo, like that.
Yes.
Then and then of course there's Himehina how, like that.
Himehina. That's why was I gonna say
Mm.
Hine.
Mm.
Yes, Himehina.
That's why I also like took kind of like the same style of like opening like that. So I'm using like give it like a local twist.
Yes.
Yo, kopi was ya, like that.
But one thing I will say though about like the older days, they even had their own. Some of them even had their own songs for their openings. For example, like
Mm.
uh virtual. Oh, wait, was it? Yeah, it was the Oji-san. Which one was it? Oh yeah, virtual Noja
No
Loli.
jalali.
Yeah,
No jalali.
yes, Noja Loli had their own song, which is actually quite catchy. Oh, people
Mm.
forgot that Natsume Moe is his very first English VT. I think there was someone earlier than Natsume Moe, right?
Yeah, there's actually what's her name already? But I understand why Natsume Moe is uh people's like first the first that came to mind when we say like the first English VTuber. But there's actually like a very niche community back then. Like remember like last time I like I said back then the
Mm,
term virtual YouTuber is only for Kizuna Ai, and then the rest just call themselves in different names, like virtual caster, uh, AI cat, and stuff like that.
mm,
And then Natsumi Moe started like getting like the attention after when the virtual YouTuber term started to spread, and Natsumi Moe at the time is still in the Island group.
mm,
The Island group called themselves virtual YouTuber group.
mm,
So that's why most people associate that Natsumi Moe is the first English VTuber.
mm,
Mm. But back then there's a lot more. There's a lot more actually. If you want to say like the EN VTubing scene, it started around at the same time with Kizuna Ai. That's I could say that very much like that. But yes, at the time they don't use the term virtual YouTuber. Virtual YouTubers started to like being put on everything that on people that use Avatar. I think around 2017, something like that.
mm,
Mm. Because a lot of creators is trying to like pull that name to themselves so they get noticed.
mhm,
So yeah, that's why they use the term virtual YouTuber, and then soon it become like a name for a medium or a platform, which we have today.
mm. Also, Zoo, you mentioned that Malaysian YouTuber more even got noticed than Bruneian VTuber. Well, to be fair, the Bruneian VTuber scene is quite new as well. Like, to be honest, I would say back when there was only just one Bruneian VTuber, which would be Keith. Keith was like thought as like a Malaysian. She was included in the Malaysian community. I mean, this guy probably knows
Yeah.
more because yes, he's actually longer than Keith. Keith debuted earlier than me, so I didn't know much. The most I know is like I heard it was either like Reed or Kohi from Keith, and then they saw
That's
all the Malay.
Regu actually.
Hmm?
It's Regu actually.
It was Rick.
Yeah, it was Regu.
Oh
And then again, like last time, there's only like the Discord server because back then my VT is still just the Discord server, which we planned to collab but never happened to do the collab, that kind of thing. So what is it? Kohi first found her, and Kohi was confused that she was Malaysian. And then I was like, I said like, yes, she put Malay in the profile, but it's pretty obvious she put the Brunei Darussalam flag over there,
Mm.
and said like, yes, but she speak Malay, but she's actually Bruneian. And then Kohi was like, okay, oh, I see, I understand. But Regu might not read what I said, and then suddenly, pop, Keith was inside the server. I'm like, wait, what happened?
That that is crazy. How Keith just
So that's why that's how we got that's why we sometimes call her the anak sesat at the time, the lost child. But she was okay. We still, I mean, we're basically neighbors, so it's still kind of the same.
yes. I mean, to be fair, like a lot of people, even the Bruneian side, keep on thinking, "Wait, Keith is Bruneian. Keith is Bruneian." I mean, legit, she is a lost child. And then,
Yeah. I mean, it's not even helping that a lot of the group, the MyVT group collabs and MyVT group like group covers, Keith was in there.
I mean,
So a lot of people might be like very confused, like, oh, she's MyVT, she's Malaysian, and then turns out like Keith was like, no, I'm Brunei.
I think nowadays, recently, like Keith has appeared more with the Bruneian community per se. So, in that case, the clarification is a bit off.
I mean, now it started to grow,
Yes.
and now it started to grow. Like there's Kujira Haya now.
Mm.
Uh, who else? Who else?
There's
Who else
IVT as
was it?
well, like Homurayami. Even
Mm.
Zoo is
Yeah, yeah.
Bruneian. And
Mm.
then there's also Mochitaya.
Brunei started to grow.
Yeah.
Mm. If we want to say Bruneian VTubing scene jumps hugely because there's only like Cave, like a single like solo indie, and then suddenly like the next one are like from groups and companies. So like the jump was so big.
Yes. If I remember correctly, the first one was like the second one right after Keith was like I still remember the first Bruneian collab. It was also from IVT Project. Who was that
Mm.
girl? I forgot. You know the
But yeah,
one. Let me try to find what her name is. I still remember Keith like collabed with her. Let me find her name. Yes, Hasuki Yumi.
mm.
Yes, Hasuki
Her,
Yumi was the
yeah.
second. Then it'll be like Kujirahaya as well. It's the third.
Yeah, that's why their jump is like much more bigger than the Malaysian scene.
Yeah, I still remember like Malaysians. There's like a lot of indies before Liliana came out.
Hmm.
But yeah, with the
Even
Bruneian
then,
side,
there was a lot of even then like there's a lot of like attempts of like people actually like trying to make organizations or like companies before like a stable one like my Holo TV came about.
Wait, really? Were there other companies or like attempts? I don't really know about this.
Yeah, there were attempts. I kind of like forgot their names as well because it's kind of like they name themselves and then like it's suddenly gone or like say like, oh, we're closing down like immediately.
Hmm.
So yeah, that happened.
Mm-mm. I mean, to be fair, I would say the scene definitely has changed a lot. Like there's definitely a lot of
Mhm.
people like in groups that have changed. Uh, I mean, to be honest, it's like understandable like that. But then there's a lot of also like behind the scene things per se. Like I'm tempted to ask, but I don't want to ask because this is like still on stream. I still remember asking you before. Is it okay if I just ask through DMs?
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what I want to ask.
So did you know what happened in this situation? Because like I for some reason I don't
Uh,
know why, but it's been bugging me. Like what happened? Like yes.
mm, Also not really sure. But yeah, I mean then again it was like way back in the day, like it's still they're still young.
Mm.
So it might like not really that big of a deal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, Probably like simply like they just have to like leave or something like that. Not really sure, but it's not as big as the mishap for what's their name before become like Crescent League.
Ah, that one. Uh, yes.
Yeah,
I still remember that.
the yeah that thing. I mean, can't be blamed. Things really happen, and then they're not like really like the first one. There's a lot of even like Japanese companies that went down and about like I remember back then like one of the VTubers it's also like back in the day actually. Is it Azumi? Is it Azumi? Kind of forgot her name already, but so what really happened was that their company was like raking in like profits and stuff like that, but they don't really pay the talent that much. And then when they reached to a certain point, they just like ghosted ghosted the talent, and then their company just gone.
Dang.
Yeah. So you see, it's the thing with I forgot their name, but yeah, before they changed the name, that thing is very mild comparing to that.
Wait. Are we talking about? Wait. Are you talking about this one by the name or?
Yeah. Now I remember the name. Yeah,
Yeah.
I legit forgot their name.
No. No.
So yeah, so the thing with this company is that they kind of like mistreat their talents, but
Hmm.
at least they don't abandon their talents. They
Mm.
just simply mistreats. That's it. But the one I kind of I literally like forgot the company name as well. But in the Japanese side over there is much more serious because their production went into like even like stage concerts and everything like that, and then
Dang.
suddenly they just disappeared, and then the main talent doesn't get anything, stuff like that. So that is a huge legal issues
Yes.
comparing to what uh the company that the one that I forgot the name did.
Yeah. Honestly, it
Mm,
sucks. It sucks. And once again, yeah.
So VTubing VTubing industry is just like any other entertainment industry. There are dark side, there are light side. So
Yes, and there's also a site where someone is just interested in like wood and like that in
oh my
construction.
god.
Now shifting to construction, how has rebuilding the
Mhm.
house been going, or like expanding the house?
Yeah, right now I'm just like actually like expanding my room. So for those who are out who doesn't know the context, so recently I've been trying to like expand my room like
Mm,
in real life. And yeah, I only like started doing it like a week ago
mm,
because the resources like uh, the woods and the stones and the cement only
mm-hmm.
arrived like around last week.
Oh,
So
congrats!
after all the planning, yeah, after all the planning, it's already like the walls are already up and everything like that. And yeah, it's going well. There's some extra materials, but the one is gonna be used for other stuff. But it's not gonna be my room. So my room is almost complete, like the walls and everything.
Yes.
Only thing that I need to like add in right now are the windows, doors, and uh, I guess lighting them, the electricity and everything. That's it.
Mm. So this is
Speed.
yes, this is hardcore Minecraft in real life. Yes,
Yes, this is true hardcore Minecraft.
something that Eri is like quite passionate about. I mean, if you had the opportunity to build like an entire building or a house by yourself, how would you design it? Just curious. Like, what rooms would you want the house to have, and what material would you want to use to build the house?
I mean, I don't really mind that much. Usually, I go for like very simple stuff. So at first, of course, I will always like go for the necessities at first,
Mhm.
like bathrooms, sleeping area, and the kitchen.
Yes.
These three. Mm. And then the like living room and the rest are like afterthoughts.
Mm.
So yeah, for those who like already like know how to like design houses and stuff like that, then they might already like understand how the process works. So you have like a base, and then you first divide it to the necessary areas: living area,
Mm.
toilet,
Mm.
eatery, and resting area. So these four areas is very important. And yeah, for me, if I have a chance to like build from ground up, like on my own, it's just gonna be
Mm.
like a very simple one. Probably it will start out like a almost square house,
Mm.
just like any house. So yeah, something very simple like that will be already like suffice for me, and then I will just like expand from there. If I need to like veranda out in front, I will do stuff like that.
Mhm.
And for materials, uh, I much prefer it to be like really hard wood because it's much colder.
Mhm.
especially in Malaysia, concrete houses is is actually like, while it lasts long, but when the equator heat
Mm.
hits hits you, it will be so damn hot. So at least like if it's like made out of like wood,
Mhm.
uh during the day it's not as hot, and during the night it's very cold.
Mm.
So it's much preferred to be like that, because if it's like concrete house, even at night it's hot.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I prefer it to be wood,
Yes, the power of
hardwood.
wood. Yes.
Mhm.
So, which are you? What would you say was your favorite hardwood? Like, there are a lot of options, but which would you say is your favorite and why?
I think the mangrove wood will be the most ideal one,
Mm.
because one, they're not flammable. At least they're not really that flammable,
Mm.
and they weigh like bricks,
Mm.
so they are very very sturdy. Even in the local terms, we call it like the kayu belian,
Mm.
which is like a play of word like diamond wood.
Mm.
So with a name like that, it's freaking solid as heck. And the fact that it's really, after you actually like cut it and like remove the barks and everything in order to like polish it, it's really beautiful wood. Wood
Mm.
is so beautiful, because it's like naturally it's like almost red in color.
Oh.
But depending on the reflection of the light, sometimes it looks like golden yellow as well. So that's why when you use like the mangrove trees, the mangrove wood to build a house, usually people don't paint it, because
Mm.
it's already like naturally beautiful.
Mm. That definitely is
Yeah.
interesting. Like, honestly, it is impressive. It actually, I haven't seen mangrove, but then the way you describe it, it definitely looks really beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's really pretty. That's all I can say. Like, it's really pretty.
But yeah, you have good taste in like building. Definitely, you have good taste in that. Now, shifting topics a bit, I still remember that you have done a drunk karaoke before.
Uh-huh.
So, in regards to that, what would your favorite alcohol be? Because there might be a possibility I might start like a drinking collab or like that, a drinking chat type of thing. Because not gonna lie, it would
Mm.
seem interesting, like just to have like friends drink and hang out like that.
Mm. If I have to pick, then usually it's either the Tiger beer
Mm.
or something classic like the original Carlsberg beer.
Mm.
Fine, it's still very nice. Uh, I wouldn't recommend much on the smooth draught Carlsberg,
Mm.
because while it tastes good, yes, but that thing will make you like sleep very easily.
Oh.
Usually when we drink, like for parties and stuff like that, we want to be awake and like active, right?
Mm.
But with smooth draw, they just like lull you to sleep.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. So so for beers, yeah, like either those Tiger, like the classic Tiger or the classic Carlsberg is really nice.
Mm.
And I'm not sure over there if you guys have this, but Tsingtao
Oh, actually,
is
there
uh
is a Singtao. Like,
yes. Tsingtao is nice. Tsingtao is nice.
Mm. Funny thing, like
Mm. Yeah.
apparently near my university, there's like a Chinese restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they actually offer Singtao there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should try it. It's really how do you say? Uh, it's very friendly for like all types of drinkers. Like
Hmm.
the hardcore drinkers will love it, and the casual drinkers will love it because it's not that strong, but it's not like quote unquote piss water as well.
In that case, I'll probably have some like maybe after like for dinner or like that because I don't want to get like
Uh,
drunk. Well,
yeah,
not drunk. I'm not gonna drink that much like, before class.
yeah. I mean, it depends on your tolerance. Like because Tsingtao is not that like heavy.
Mm.
I know like some of my friends actually like drink like during like work day, like in the middle of the day,
Oh.
like drink it casually. But again, that depends on your tolerance. Usually people with high tolerance will do that. But
Mm.
for those like like extremely lightweight, yeah, it might kick you up a notch. So
Definitely.
again, like Tsingtao is like for all types of drinkers. Like it's like in is it's like water for drinks.
In that case, I might as well try it. Like personally, I have never had Tiger Beer or Carlsberg. I'll definitely try it the next time I go back to Malaysia. Uh, but
Hmm.
I have had like other beers. Like, have you had Heineken before? Or like,
Heineken, yes.
yes, the classic
Hmm.
Heineken I've had before. I also
Mm.
had well, once again, like the brands we have here are different from the ones in Malaysia. Like,
Mm.
there's Blue Moon, or there's like pale ales,
Mm.
like the IPAs as well,
Mm.
like Sierra
I mean,
Nevada.
I heard of Blue Moons. Yeah, I heard of Blue Moon before, but yeah, it's not here. It's not available here.
And then I know I'm going to get cancelled for this Taiwan beer. It's funny how
Oh my.
that one, but Taiwan beer is actually not bad. Like I haven't had the main version, I think, but then I had the lychee flavored and the grape flavored, which is actually really nice if
Mm.
you're a fan of like fruity beers or like that.
Mm. See, you might be interesting if
Like
I
the
had the
fruit
chance.
the fruit flavored beers are actually quite nice. Like if you are starting off, because like with beer it has like a bitter taste. If you guys haven't tried it before,
Mhm.
and for some like because alcohol is naturally bitter until you reach like the
Mhm.
40% mark or 13 or 20% for like sake and like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it might not be like attractive to some people. That's why like the fruity flavored
Mm.
ones. Like talking about fruit flavored ones,
Mm.
you were talking about strong zero as well. Like how
Ah,
that
strong
one is
zero.
like because you can't tell like it's alcohol, you can get drunk. Yeah, I mean that is the
Because it's called strong zero. It sounds like a sports drink, isn't it?
yes. Like
It sounds like a sports drink.
after class, you want to get a strong zero, or like after running, hey, here's a strong zero. I think you need this. It's like the same as like a typical 100 plus or a Gatorade. You just want a strong
Hmm.
zero, but then you realize after
Yeah.
drinking two of them, why do I feel drunk? Then you look at the alcohol content, 9%.
Yes, but then again, there's shochu inside, so it's even extra strong.
Yes, once again,
That's why it's called that's why it's dubbed as the gaijin killer.
the guy. I mean, shochu as it is. Wait, shochu is it? What was shochu again? Is it like sake or was it
It's kind of like sake, yeah.
was it like the Korean one?
Hmm?
Was it like the
No, no,
Korean?
it's also a Japanese one. It's also a Japanese one, but different source. Like sake is rice, and shochu. I forgot what shochu is. It's from also vegetation, but I forgot what it is.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, it's kind of like how us in Sabah have like different kinds of this these drinks as well, the traditional drinks.
Mm.
Like we have montoku and tapai, but even though they're both like from our place in Sabah, they're both they have different names and different sauces. So that's how sake and shochu are as well. Like one is rice and one I forgot what shochu is made of.
Is it like wheat, rye, or like that? Barley?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
That's why like s- that's why because it's traditionally made, that thing is unregulated. So the fact they added the strong zero, so you can expect how big the kick is.
I bet. I mean, like people. This is also the same with like cocktails. With sweet alcohol, people are like, "Ah, it tastes sweet, it tastes nice," but then they don't realize that it still has alcohol content in it.
Mm, it's unregulated, so you don't know how strong it is until you actually try it.
Yes. I mean, what were you talking? What more about like the traditional Sabahan alcohols? What do they taste like? Like I've never been to Sabah, so I don't know what the traditional alcohols taste like.
Mm, depends on which one you drink. They certainly taste differently, of course.
Mm,
Unlike beers, like mostly like almost the same ish, like
yes.
bitter and stuff like that. So for the traditional drinks, because they came from like different stuff, they taste differently, and the sensation is very different as well. Like,
Oh.
let's take the famous three, the big three, the big three of the Sabahan drinks that most
Mm,
people will know, at least around Malaysia. Uh, the big three is actually like
ah.
Tapai, Lihing, and Montoku.
Mm.
These are the three famous ones. I think a lot of people certainly will know Tapai.
That one I also know because like if I remember correctly, a
Mm,
Sarawakian friend of mine was talking about ah tapai tapai.
mm,
So
mm. So yeah, tapai is very circulated, especially in the Borneo Island,
mm.
even in the Kalimantan, Indonesia. They call it tapai as well.
Oh.
So yeah, basically it's the sake of the Borneo because
Oh.
it's rice wine. Mm, because it's rice wine, so it's made of rice.
Mm.
Even the looks are kind of like the same. So basically, it's sake but made in Borneo. So you can expect that it has almost bland taste, but the kick is strong. Like the kick is super strong.
Mm-hmm.
But taste wise, it's almost bland. Almost bland. That's why like usually when they have the tapa, especially in the local here, we put it in like this big vase called tajao.
Mm.
So over time, usually the tapa will like they still have like the fermented rice still inside there. So sometimes it might dry up and become solid again. So we
Mm-hmm.
always constantly add water inside to drink.
Mm-hmm.
So the more water you add, the the more bland it tastes. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't add water, you can't drink, or because the it might even turn into like poison.
Oh.
So you need to be careful. That's why you need to constantly add water into it. Uh, that's why, but for certain, like very, very certain, it's very strong. That's why, like, usually in like festivities, like weddings, birthdays, and stuff like that, if they have that tapai, you will see like red faces everywhere.
I mean,
It's very strong, very strong.
how much tapai could you handle? Just curious.
Uh, because they don't have like any like measuring
Ah,
like cans or stuff like that. All I can say is that I could take like 2 to 3 sips to be safe.
mm.
More than that, and I might go haywire.
Well,
It is
if you end up
very
drinking
strong.
more than that, you could finally do another drunk karaoke.
Oh my god, no.
Or to quote a certain
Mm.
Ricky, one I think it was like one drink to heal, two to forget, or three to I forgot it. Wait, let me
Ah,
see.
that they could.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But yeah,
What about?
that's tapai.
Mhm,
Yeah, that's tapai. And then there's lihing.
mhm.
Lihing. Lihing, I could say, is the fire among all of these three because it's not strong,
Mm,
but when you like drink, when
yep.
you like literally drink it,
Mhm.
you feel like your throat and your mouth is like on fire.
Oh my! So I was like
Yeah,
drinking vodka per se, or whiskey.
something like that, but it's very different. It's hard to describe. It's on its own because if it's like vodka, yes, but vodka you feel it burning because it's kind of like that after spice.
Mm-mm-mm.
But lihing is different. It's not spicy at all. It's not spicy, but you feel like it's burning.
So is it more hot per se, or is it like?
Probably something like that. But usually this sensation came like a few minutes after you drink it. So you simply like drink it and then you feel like, oh, the alcohol, just like any other booze. But it's kind of sweet. That if you want to say its taste, it's kind of sweet.
Mm,
Not like the sweet drinks and all, but it's a bit sweet. But after a few minutes, then you will start to feel that like your throat is on fire.
I will definitely
that
try it.
uh that is like if you take lihing like literally as a drink. I say that because lihing, while you can drink it, it's usually used for cooking.
Oh.
Usually in traditional Kadazan Dusun dishes, especially in Sabah,
Mm,
lihing is one of the staple ingredients.
really? What type of
Mm.
dishes can you make with that?
I mean, almost anything actually. Like if you want to cook like chicken soup, you can add lihing. Like even
Wait,
like
what?
fried stuff, you can add lihing. You can basically put almost anything with lihing, but yeah, you need to like be careful as well. But it almost anything can like fit in with it. That's why most of the time lihing can be found in food rather than in drinks. It's kind of like that. As at least for like the locals here.
Mm,
But I heard like especially in Peninsular Malaysia, for those who can actually drink, they prefer to drink it. But locally for people over here, whenever we say lihing, the first thing that came to mind are food.
ah. Does it add like a sweet
Mm.
flavor, or what? How does it contribute to the food, if I may ask?
Hmm?
Like, how does leaking contribute to like the food flavor? Does it make the food like more sweet or like?
Mm. Yeah, something like that. They enhance the taste. They enhance the taste and the fragrance. And yeah, but yeah, of course, since it's alcohol, so eating too much of the food with lihing might give you a little bit of like lightheaded feeling.
Ah,
Not like not like painful like headache, but you feel like you're very light, something like that.
so you get drunk off eating it? I think.
It's possible. It's possible, but rarely, because if you're cooking with it, usually the alcohol
Mm.
percentage just like drops.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
That's legit crazy.
S- Similar to langkao, kind of like that, but here's the thing: langkao is not from rice.
Wait, which
And
one's lang?
then there's the langkao is the rice wine as
Ah,
well. If we were talking about like rice wine, then it's the tapai for us over here.
mm.
Mm. And then there's the third one is usually like I think mostly just in Sabah eh, is Montoku.
Oh,
Okay, the fancy people will call it the red wine of Sabah
red wine.
because it's red. But it's not thick like red wine.
Mm.
Like if it's red wine, it's you know it's like it's very thick, right?
Yeah.
It's very thick.
Mm.
Sometimes like the ones like very old one, even like it's somehow like the texture feels like it's a paste if it's like red wine,
Mm.
if it's like the old one. But Montoku is like, how do you say, Ribena, but not for kids.
Ah, yes. The you still have to dilute it like Ribena or no?
Yeah, because this is basically it looks like water. It's just like it looks like red water, like literally like red water. But mm, how do you say? Uh, it and also it's very sweet.
Oh.
That's why it's called like the red wine of Sabah, because it's sweet. It's very sweet. Comparing it to Lihing, like earlier I said, it's kind of sweet, but this one is really sweet to the point that you might think you're gonna get diabetes.
So, if that's the case,
That's
then
why
hmm?
that's why like there are some people who like it and some people who doesn't like it because of the taste.
Oh, in that case, time to get hammered with
Tangency.
Montoku. Time to drink it straight up from the bottle, or like that without diluting it.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah. If I have to say, like Montoku is actually my first traditional alcohol drink that I have,
Oh.
because not gonna lie, I think it's kind of like the how usually most kids here actually started as well, because it's not that strong,
Mm.
but it's sweet. So kids will love it, something like that. And but here's the thing. It might not affect you and it might not like give you like huge effect on like being what is it? Being drunk.
Mm.
You're not gonna like get super drunk with Montoku actually. Compare it to Tapai and Lihing. Uh, Montoku is like what is it? The baby drink, you could say, if you're trying to compare it.
Mm.
But the very next morning, prepare for one of your worst hangovers.
Wait, so you still get hangover from?
Yes, Montoku, out of the three, Montoku will give you the heaviest hangover. So it's like, oh, on the front it's so sweet and it's not making you that drunk, or you're still okay, kind of like that. And then you sleep and then you woke up the next morning and you can't even stand up.
Mm. So
Yeah.
CRA, we'll ask the question after
Oh,
that.
really? Oh, if Eri got applied being voice actor, what kind of character will you be? I don't know. Really explore. I never really explore because again, I never I never delved into voice acting before. So I don't know what I can and cannot do. So I'm not really sure.
Yes, you can become
But
Himehina.
if I have to do, then I'm like willing to do like any kind. Like young kids, I sound like very young. Hey, funky ass
Wait,
kid. I
what?
don't know.
What? That
or,
was oh god.
or maybe begrudgingly like a retired soldier, probably like kind of like an older guy, very raspy, smoke a lot, maybe 20 sticks a day, probably even 50 a day. But I'm not even sure. But yeah, kinda. Try to explore here. I don't
Yes.
even know what I'm capable of, but there's a lot of things. I think that's kind of like a blessing to me as well,
Yeah, your voice range
because
is
I don't have
high.
any.
It's like you have a really wide voice range. Like if you want, you could actually do like a really high pitched voice, which I can confirm. The best way to hear it is you actually start like playing Himehina songs. Eri will
Oh my god,
fangirl immediately.
that is a different kind of high pitch. Bye 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 galaxy. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, Bobo boy leave.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait.
good night, Ray Richu.
Well. Wait. Well. No shit. Don't really count the alcohol percentage if we distill our moonshine. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Eddie. You guys got the Tuak Halia and the Tuak Tabu?
Yeah, you got talk Halia, talk Tebu. Uh, I think we call it differently, but yeah, we definitely have that. I don't remember the names, the actual names, but yes, we have Twak as well.
Oh,
So yeah,
I feel like it would be
to us
nice.
over here, to us over here, the Twaks is more like a general, like an umbrella term for all of the alcohols.
Mm,
That's why you can find like what Asuka was saying there, like Twakali and Twaktabu,
mm-hmm.
because it's like an umbrella term, umbrella name for like all the local drinks.
Oh,
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like yeah, the alcohols would really suit like like drinking them with friends while watching Himehina like that.
Oh my god.
Come on, dude, you can't deny you've done that at least once, or maybe more than that,
Well,
or
one
better
thing
yet,
I don't
drinking
really
with
drunk.
Himehina. That would be nice as well.
Wow, Liao.
Big Poggers. Fina plan to Sabah to drink Sabah version of. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, come. Mm,
I mean, it seems like the alcohols are quite nice.
mm.
And then the food. I still remember one time like talking with Ricky as well about the food, and the food does look really delicious. And even the traditional like outfits, they also look quite nice.
Mm.
Talking about traditional
Oh, the
outfits, do you have any
traditional
traditional outfits?
outfits.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I think almost all of the household, especially for the mm, the Kadazan Dusun people, Rungus, Kadazan Dusun Murid people over here, of course they will have. Like, but yeah, we don't like really wear it like often, but yeah, we do have it.
Oh.
Mm. But not gonna lie, I think like on like around starting from like 6 years ago, something like that,
Mm,
there was kind of like a movement to modernize it to
mm,
become like more in today's style. Like right now we have like t-shirts with like the traditional motifs,
mm.
jackets, hoodies, and everything like that with traditional uh motifs. And I guess that's kind of like my inspiration to like to make like one of my outfits for my model. Like it's the tech wear clothes, but with the Kadazan Dusun patterns and stuff like that.
Oh.
So yeah,
Also,
like
welcome
the
Yuki, welcome Hunter Okami. Wait, you are from the Maldives? The Maldives?
Maldives.
I
What
think it's the
was
Maldives.
what? Is oh the Maldives?
Yes.
Nah, not from the Maldives. No.
This guy's a Sabahan.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, now there's much more frequently see people like wearing like t-shirts with traditional motifs around.
Hmm.
I misheard. Sorry. It's okay.
No worries. I mean,
it's a, it's nice to be a Maldivian for a moment.
yes.
Hello, people. I'm from the Maldives.
I mean, this would
Oh,
be
the
like.
motifs. The motifs. Yes, the motifs.
I mean, this would be like a good traditional t-shirt to wear.
Hmm? Loading for me.
Ah, yes, the good way. Yes, it is nice to wear tribal motifs like that. I mean, for me, right? This is. Let me see if I could actually.
Lamau.
Come on, this is a traditional outfit. This is this
Why
is.
do you mean this
It
traditional?
shows your roots. It shows your roots, just like your profile picture shows your roots.
Oh my god.
And the name Tanaka Engineering Group, it shows your roots,
Oh
where
my
you come from.
Alright, looks super cool to wear your tribe's motifs. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I actually have that picture of my
Yeah,
model. I'm actually wearing it.
yeah, I'll put that model as well. Also, if you guys don't know what I was doing, basically, let me just put the image, uh, save it in downloads. I
I will
meant,
send it to her. And we're on the Pins Day and Pins
no,
Week, so
this
yeah,
was
more
what we
use it.
actually did. Just casually imagine Eri
Oh
wearing
my
this.
god.
This is the traditional motifs.
Oh my god.
Yes, the Himehina. This is my tradition. It's where he stems from. Where he came. Like, yes, I like how I searched Himehina t-shirt and all I got was Walmart. Why?
What?
No,
Why would
I searched up Himehina t-shirt on Bing, and then I got Walmart. Oh my god,
Lamau?
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But yes, Okay, let's look at the comment section. IKR. Okay, yeah, sure about this. And we're on and yeah, you guys are on the Independence Week, so more reason to use it. Wow, he made
Yeah,
Hinas
yeah.
and let's go. Sorry, what? I mean, yes, as we mentioned before, this was like this guy went as far watched an entire concert backstage just to support Himehina.
My goodness.
It was a nice concert though. You get to hear some nice things. You get to see like a typical "Oh Kairi" and like carrots as well, the ninjin. And you also get to hear Eri perform as well, and all the other fans as well.
Oh my god.
I'm really curious. Oh, you want to look at the concert? I don't mind posting the link. I'll even pin it. I don't know about the copyright issue, but then wait, there's another Himehina live. Eri.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wait, were they covering? Was that category?
Bet is watching right now.
Wait, let me take a look. Did they? No, they didn't cover category Piero. Let me just post the link. But honestly, the pictures of Himehina, they are really cute. Yes. Casually, I get a Genshin ad.
Oh my god.
And then, yes. This one, we were also talking about, like, I forgot. It was like augmented reality, right? What you were saying about. Like, the way they
Mm-hmm.
turn, like, the comments to, like, their own bubbles. That was really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the Hikaru Nara cover. Yes, it was really nice. I think this was the link.
Seen your cover Hikaru Nara before. Oh, the Hikaru Nara. Oh, the group cover, yeah. Man, it felt like ages ago. Holy dang.
That was, like, long ago. That was, like, you guys. I mean, to be fair, Aries covers are quite nice. And yeah, the Mobility covers are also really nice. But yeah, Himehina has really good ASMR videos. Yeah, I would say the community is so small sometimes. Like the fact that you know about Kiri as well as Zuki, and I still remember talking about like with Meowcat Max as well. And then Meowcat Max recognized Eri as well. Like the fact that people know each other, that is actually really
Yeah.
cool.
That's how small it is back then, yeah.
Yes.
There's because like yeah, it's during that time around like 2018 and 2019 the especially the global VTubing scene only like started to grow outside of like Japan. That's why uh that's why when they say like uh even like Natsumi Moe, even though like she's American and then she speaks English, but we try not to forget that what is it? That she's actually in the Eileen group back in Japan.
Mm.
So yeah, but even back then, there's especially in the English side, there's actually already like a lot more actually at the time. But again, back in the day, they don't call themselves as VTubers. None of us actually call ourselves a VTubers back then. Not until like yeah, past 2019, then everyone start to call themselves as VTubers. But before that, none of them actually really call themselves as VTubers. Even Hololive call themselves as virtual idols instead of virtual YouTubers.
Oh, so that's where the idol group idea came from.
And they're not the first virtual idol group. They just happen to be very lucky. Not gonna lie, they just happen to be very lucky that they suddenly get boom, suddenly caught the attention of outside viewers, especially, and s- grow from there. But
Mm.
actually, there are a lot of other virtual idol groups before that, like Stella Group. What else? Got the name. The what's Cocoa's group again? I forgot the name. But yeah, Cocoa's group is also there. So there's a lot. There's a lot before Hololive. Even Hololive is an afterthought actually. It first started out as a VR technology company, and then they use Tokinosora to sell it.
Oh, Game Club Project.
And there's Game Club Project. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, Game Club Project. There's Game Club Project as well. Game Ubu. Yeah, there's a lot. So when you say like for those like in the English scene that's booming in 2018, 2019, a lot of people actually know each other because it was so small. It's so small.
Wait, would this also include like the JP scene as well? Like, did the JP VTubers also like?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, with the JP scene, even though they have a lot of numbers over there, but the one that is being noticed over there are usually the company-owned ones.
Mm.
But actually, we know a lot about the like we are be friends as well with the indie ones uh, back in the day. But sadly, yeah, because in Japan the competition is much fiercer than what we have like outside here in like
Mm.
Malaysia or like in any other any other countries. It's kind of sad for them. A lot of them have already stopped doing their VTubing activities because, yeah, while you call yourself like an indie VTuber, and then there's the company owned ones. While even if you like do like very different style and different areas,
Mm. Mm.
the fact that you are constantly being uh compared to each other
Mm.
is very hard. Is very painful. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's,
So especially for so for our friends back in the day from Japan that have to compete with all these giants
mm.
in Japan themselves is very steep uphill battle. So for us in the outside, we consider ourselves lucky to not have these giants as like our direct competitors.
Yeah.
So it's very imagine if I am there like in Japan and I started like that, like how I started. If I'm in Japan, I won't last long.
But either way, I would say thank you though for like continuing to push through. Like, you really have made like a huge impact in the community though. Like, being able
Mm,
to be one of the people that like
mm,
created the community, created like virtual escapes. You have helped a lot of people. Not gonna lie. So yeah, definitely thanks for
probably.
pushing on and for continuing to be a VTuber and like that still.
Mm, mm.
Like,
But
honestly.
yeah, I'm not carrying this credit alone because just like Meowcat Max as well, he really helped nurture the Indian scene over there. And then there's Baguette and Deet in the French scene. And then there's who is it? Oliver and who else? In the on the UK side, and then back in America, yeah, America have actually already started way long ago as well.
America
But yeah,
is just.
mm.
I honestly, when I look at the American side, I'm like, okay, who to even contact? There's way too many. Like, this is the reason
Yeah,
why I'm like,
there's American started early. Yeah, American started early. So that's why like who mentioned it before in the comments, like saying that Natsumi Moe is the first English speaking VTuber. Yeah. Yes and no. I would say like yes and no, because there are many before that. There are many before that.
but yes,
Not trying to discredit Moe. Sorry, Moe. But yeah, we we're just trying to set like the facts right here. We're just trying to
yes,
set the facts right here. So if you like want to say like English speaking VTuber, Natsumi Moe, yes, she's one of the early ones, but she's not the first one. Just like me, I'm not the first Malaysian VTuber. I'm just simply one of the early ones.
yes. But even if you're not the first, it's still like doesn't discredit you from like all the other things you have done. Like in many hearts, you are the first, but yes, you are technically not the first.
First, first VTuber is Gogura. Hello, Kiri.
Huh?
It's an inside joke in the VTubing community. So yeah, there are also like inside jokes. Kiri commented there. Was it first VTuber is Gogura?
Wait, why is Gakura the first? Oh yes. Oh yeah, yeah. Gakura surpassed Kizuna Ai with like over what?
Hmm. Yeah, over 2 millions, 2 million already. Yeah.
That is crazy. The like how
Mm.
how it was like Hollow Ian that shot forward like that. But once again,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
oh my god.
Then again, they're in a different world. They're carrying different weights. Can't
Y-
really compare ourselves to them.
yeah, I think it's better not to compare. Like for me, I know like numbers matter in a sense, but numbers also don't matter. Like the reason why I'm saying this is because, well, numbers don't matter in the sense that if you keep on caring about numbers, you're just going to drag yourself down, and then like feel useless. But then numbers do matter because of like who you collab with. For example, uh should I tell this dumb story? Uh,
Mhm.
to be honest, I've actually reached out to Himehina before.
Yes, I know.
This guy knows. I got legit DM and like that. Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
not going to
god,
respond to that.
this dude legit DM Tanaka Hime. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I legit also send them. I mean, like, yeah, there are some people that will respond. Like, I have gotten a response by. I'm not gonna actually say it, but then, yeah, I have DM. Well, not DM, but then I have emailed like different groups. But then you're not going to get a collab. I will be honest. It's really, really rare you'll get a collab. But then numbers for me, like, because I'm trying to remain underground, that's why I don't even focus on numbers. But yeah, also take your time. But yeah, like even with that, I will say that if you let numbers get to you, there are you're missing out on a lot. Just because a person might have like a certain number doesn't mean that those with less are less interesting. Like there are a lot of
Mm.
interesting people that you're missing out on if you just care about numbers. I will say that.
Mhm.
You're missing out on a lot if you're just like watching based on numbers. Oh, Pato
I
Yatta!
mean, yeah.
Ah, Yatta-san. Genki desu ka? Hi, Genki desu. This is an example. Pato Yatta as well. It's like they're a VTuber duo group from Japan.
Mm.
But then they're like one of the two chillest people out there as well.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
It's, I
Eh,
mean,
ah,
like for example,
Yorashiko.
take Eri for instance. He speaks multiple languages as well, like English, Malay, Chinese as well, JP as well, Japanese, and then of course the northern dialect.
Only a little bit.
Yes,
Still, I want to stay undercover. Alam mo?
it's true. I
Nice
want to
to
stay
meet you.
undercover.
Hi. No. In time, you will be overcover.
No worries. No worries. I'm the type of person that would like met DM someone like from a different like moment and then receive like just casually wait for a response. And I'm waiting for 10 years.
Yeah. And then suddenly, 10 years later, your email got answered. Dun-dun.
If that happened, I would be like super triggered and I was like, I am not accessing this account. The
Yes.
reason why I know a lot of people is because I would say it's all things like the communities and such, and or the people. Well, less so the communities, more so the people that I met. Like
Mhm.
I won't deny it. The reason why I know about Hime Hina is because of Eri over here. That's the
What?
only reason why I know about Hime Hina. And
Oh.
yes, he introduced me to something nice. Also, Patoyata. It was like I met Patoyata when I was like randomly scrolling through streams. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually found a Japanese VTuber that was playing Minecraft. I was like, "Hello, how are you?" And they actually responded back,
Mm.
which was crazy. And I was able to join their server, and then it started from there. Like it's honestly crazy, like how you end up meeting new people. As for like Zuki, that was like through Jocknex. Like that's how I gained access to
Mm.
the Indian community. With Malaysian community, it was like through Haipu and Hakase. Like at first I was in Haipu server, Hakase was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna debut," and then Hakase sent me the invite to the MyVT public server, and then it all started
Mm.
there. Like so,
Ah, I see. I see.
hmm, it's like knowing a lot of people is not really know a lot. It's just that you just happen to meet people like that.
Yeah. Hence, you are overcover. Yes.
I am not overcovered. You're the one who is overcovered though. I mean, a lot of people look up to you, to be honest, Eri. Even I do look up to you.
Hey.
Yeah, I really look up to you. Like you're really kind. You're the nurturing type. You help people grow. Like not just like as a VTuber, but as a human. I would say you have taught me a lot. Even though I'm still like I don't know that much, but I still have learned a lot from you. Like you're impressive. Not going to lie. You're like the cool Oni-chan type of person. Yes,
Lamau.
this
I'm
guy's
just a normal person. I'm just a
yes,
normal person.
and that's what makes Eri cool. The fact that he's a normal person. Because I feel like no, this is just me, but then I feel like a lot of people are just trying to uh how do I say put themselves out there and saying like so many things. But those who
Mhm.
just like say they're normal and like that, those are the type of people that you gotta give credit to.
Well, I feel honored. Yes, and thanks. But yeah, I'm just like trying to help people is just like part of like my habit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's who I am. Like naturally, like even behind. So yeah, it's simply just the dedicated mind and stuff like that. It's something that I grew up with,
Mm,
something that I learned from other people as well. So I believe like the things that I do is just simply the things that should be done by anyone. It's not just like it's
mm,
something special to me. It should be something that is common for everyone.
mm,
Uh, if you have like knowledge or like advice, simply give it to others.
mm,
And then whether they accept it or not, it's their own thing because you already help, you already try to help, and whatever they decide to do with it, it's up to them. Something like that.
mm,
So yeah, just it's much more rewarding to give than to receive, is what I'm saying.
mm, mm. Yeah, like, I still honestly think you
Eri
have a lot.
Papa? No, not Eri Papa.
Yes, Eri Papa.
I'm not Eri. I'm not Papa.
I mean, aren't you Papa
Saya,
to Eri Alexandria?
saya tiada Papa. Saya tiada apa-apa.
Wait, what's a Papa?
Nah, I don't have anything. Tiada apa-apa.
Oh,
It's a play of words. It's a play of words.
I see. Also, yes, Zuki, I mentioned you like I was saying like how I managed to meet you, like how I was introduced to the Indian VTuber community through like Jocknix and Aiza.
Mm,
But yeah, it's like that. You end up meeting people and like that. Like I don't know how to explain it, but then if there's anyone who wants to be a VTuber, I feel like yeah, safer not to just focus on because I feel like people grow really fast. To be honest, nowadays, like
mm,
like it's not it's not difficult to reach 100 fast for like the newer people. Like for me, it might have
mm,
taken like a year to reach 100, but for others,
mhm,
it might take like say like a month to even reach 200 or like that. It's not too difficult
mm,
nowadays for some people. But then yeah,
mm,
I wouldn't say that keep you should let that get to you because meeting people is difficult. Like even interacting with people is challenging. But then it all
mm,
comes up to like whether or not you're able to continue to push through and like that. Because I think that's the hardest thing,
mm,
especially not just as a VTuber, but in real life as well. Like you'll
mm,
definitely face challenges, but then how are you going to respond to that or react to that? That's like the biggest
mm.
challenge in like not just VTubing but in life as well. How are you going to react to the challenges that you're given or that you face?
Mm. I mean, it's about how you view it, basically. Because as a content creator, numbers do really first and foremost are very important. But it's about how you actually like how you view it. Like, sure, yes, it's important, but it's a question of how it will affect your decision on your direction of your content creation. That's the actual question actually. Like because if you doing hard work without result is basically doing no work. So it is actually do important to actually grow your numbers and grow your viewers and interaction and everything. But how do you view it? That's a different matter. Like because if you have like really big numbers, like really big numbers, like how the like for example like the big VTubers like the company ones like they have like like tens of thousands and even hundred thousands, even millions.
Mm,
And then there's the individual ones who have like only a few hundred and something like that. There's kind of like a reason for that, and the rate of the growth also is very much very natural to be seen in sort of like that number
mm,
for the different kind of people, because when you are trying to entertain like your like if you're like an indie VTuber right now
mm,
and you have like 200 subscribers only, something like that,
mhm,
you will you what you should focus on is how to entertain your current 200 subscriber, and on the side you're trying to figure out how to grow from there. That's how it should be. And because imagine like this, what is it, try to ask yourself, can you really entertain like 2 to 5,000 viewers during a live stream?
mm,
Can you even imagine you're actually like trying to entertain that number of people? So the fact, because of the recent issues that we heard, like, you know, EN VTuber Twitter drama and stuff like that.
yeah.
So there have been like issues like there are people who got jealous on like the Hololive English,
Yeah.
like people who got like because simply because they were saying that they were simply able to get fame and that huge number of following simply because they got recruited into Hololive.
Mm,
They're yes, they are talking facts. Yes, they because they are in Hololive, that's why they got the numbers. But they're viewing it wrongly. What they view is like they view it like being in Hololive is like a cheating, like a cheat code or something like that that boosts you directly.
mhm,
But they didn't know that in order for them to be in Hololive, not only they need to compete with maybe thousands of other applicants, but they also need to maintain that momentum and expectation from that huge following. So that's why, like, it's true they become big because they're in Hololive, but they're looking at it for the wrong reason. That's why if you look back to where we are, the smaller ones, the indies, usually the indies, like the ones with 100, 200, 300, 500 subscribers,
mhm,
they often forget that in order for them to like entertain that amount of followers, they need to do more.
mm,
So there's no rush in doing that. Focus on your current viewers, your current followers, your current fans, your current your groupies or whatever you call them, while you're looking ways to grow. People will come to you as long as you try to improve yourself. And just don't forget about the people who are already right there for you. Do not forget about the people there that are right there for you. Hmm. So yeah, that's why like what is it? Nowadays, like you said, a lot of people can like get like 100 or 200 subscribers like very fast.
mm, mhm,
I think that is contributed by the community itself,
mm, that's true.
because like uh let's just say you do the steps in doing like to become a VTuber, like how they usually do today.
Mm,
Uh you make a model, you or an avatar, you make your own social media and then your channel, and then you announce that you are going to start. Right off the bat, you are going to be close to 100 subscribers in just one day.
Mm-hmm.
Right off the start. That is because most of that followers that you actually see, the one that is close to 100, or if you're lucky, close to 200 or 300,
Mm,
those are the people just like you. The same people, the rising VTubers and everyone.
mm, mm,
That is the amount of people that is in the same area with you. It's very different, like when you just started out, like back then, like when I started. VTuber, that term VTuber was not even being used.
mm,
So when I started out back then, even those who are with me, like Evelyn, like from Indonesia, Evelyn, uh, Asu, D, VT Pending, all of these, currently now they're all big, right?
mm.
Back then, on their first like half a year, they barely scratched 200 subscribers. Barely. So you can see the difference of the community back then and the community back right now.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the numbers, yes, the expected numbers sure rise. And it is advisable not to get behind. Yes. But you just don't forget about the people that is already with you. Do not forget about the people that is already with you. But at the same time, don't neglect your future viewers as well.
Mm,
Because we are content creators. We create content for people to view. If we create content and no one view, might as well don't do any content.
this
It's
is true.
harsh. Yes, it's
This is true.
yeah, that sounds very harsh, but it's very true because if you create content for brick, well, for wall brick, we might as well just paint the brick wall,
Yes.
you know? But yeah, your goal is for people to view. So cherish the one who are already looking at you, but at the same time, don't get like too comfortable in where you are and try to grow. And your current viewers will appreciate it because they will feel like they are on the journey with you.
Mm,
Like when you start to grow to where you are, they will be like feel much more intimate with you, even if you don't really interact with them, which I will advise you to please interact with them.
mm,
Even if you're just a video creator, please interact with them as well. But if you what is it, if you simply like cater to your current audience at the same time as like trying to grow out, they will definitely feel much more intimate because they feel like uh they 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 have a special place in your community because you're one. They feel like they're the yes, the early ones. I was there when you just started. I was there when you suddenly skyrocket, or like I was there during your lowest point. I was there during your greatest moments and
yes.
stuff like that. They will feel very appreciated.
Mm,
Mm.
mm. Yeah. First and
So yeah,
foremost. Hmm?
don't forget about your current viewers. Yes.
I guess I must take this into action. Hey, everyone who is watching right now. Hey, thanks for supporting me. I know that I don't really care about my numbers, but still, like the fact that you guys take the time out of your lives
Mm.
at this time, especially, like why the hell are you guys still awake at 12:56 a.m. if you're in Malaysia, or or 10 almost 10:30 in IST? Are you guys still awake?
Mm.
Jokes aside, but yeah, thanks for joining us and thanks for hanging out with us. I honestly do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really grateful. Even if I might not say it, I'm honestly grateful to have you guys Also, this
Mm.
yeah, it also reminds me of what Eri was talking about. Like when we were planning this collab in the first place, he was like, yes, Wednesday, or like that. Was it Wednesdays or
Mm.
Saturdays? And Saturdays that you do like
Wednesday, Wednesday and Saturdays. Wednesday and Saturdays.
yes,
Like I try to try my best to reserve that day for my viewers, like those who really did subscribe and always watch my stuff. I like reserve that day for them.
yes. I mean, this guy, wow,
Mm.
he's like, ah. I mean, this guy definitely knows how to take care of his viewers. That's one thing for sure. I mean, depending
It's
on your
something. It is something that you learn on the way. Yeah, along the way you will learn. Different people will treat their viewers and community differently,
mm,
but one thing that is uncommon is that, yeah, the for those who are like, I would say like the successful ones, is that they prioritize their current viewers. That's the common thing. How they do it might be different, but their end goal is to appreciate those who have supported them always.
mm, mm. I mean, yes. Like for Eri, he still supports people that came from back his copy. Eri, he's still supporting those that taking care of those that started with him when he started off with the Kopi Vosiam Tamhut Ngavi up to the current one where he is doing rice field streams where he's working the rice
The
field.
rice field.
But yes,
Yeah, I need to continue that one day. I need to continue that.
I mean, I mean, 3 months ago he did like the second anniversary. And then, come on, we can't forget the impressive shots. The "you are gay." My sister Alexandria
Oh,
has something to tell you.
that one. I was actually like trying to learn how to use the YouTube Shorts. So, and then one friend sent me that video. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use this thing.
Oh my god! But then that is crazy. That is crazy. Like how far it has changed. I mean, let's look at the actual first video that you create. VTuber Malaysia, a sleepy adventure, Catherine Classic, #1. And then over there, you could actually see the reality avatar.
Yeah, but see, that's how VTubers started back then. That's how VTubers started back then. No intro, no nothing.
I mean, I think you're probably one of the off ones as well. Like you're probably one of the first VTubers that actually showed the IRL stuff. I mean, like the VTuber goes to Otafius 2019.
Hmm. I mean, one of the early ones, yeah, but not the first one. I mean, there are others who done it, like Half Asian did it. Who else did it back then? I remember Half Asian, the duo did it, and then there's Asobi Rain. Ah, yes, Asobi Rain also did it.
Mhm.
Mm, Ami, Ami, who else? I'm, I have a feeling that the names that I'm saying right now, a lot of the newer VTubers might not recognize actually.
Yes, I do not recognize at all. So
See, yeah, that's how small back then and how obscure we are. Like even back then, I'm actually like recommending the other VTubers back then, like from other countries. Like I did like recommend like Meowcat Max, stuff like that. We do know each other since way back then,
yes,
and uh, and then like right now, like a lot of people that like never heard of them. I'm like, really, really, and you call yourself VTuber? I'm like, just kidding.
to be fair, like if we're talking about Melcut Max, if quick reminder, he was a guest in one of the podcasts. Let me double check which episode exactly. I think it's this one, right? Yeah, it was episode 14. Dang. So it's already 7 episodes past that. Man, this is way too fast. But yeah, like yeah, it's like the moment where you interact with like the older VTubers is like honestly like a really honoring it's a really honoring moment lah, because I feel like it's kind of hard nowadays to find or to interact, because some of them are like also like really well developed to a point where they don't want to interact with the new
Mm.
ones. But then once again, there's still like the rare ones, like the diamonds in the rough. See.
Mm. I have a feeling that a lot of like the situation goes is like because like the newer generation VTubers don't recognize the old ones. They thought when the old ones trying to reach out to them, they don't recognize and they thought it was a nobody.
Ah.
I've seen this situation a lot actually. Like it's not even recently, like even back then as well. Like what is it? I remember that who was it? I think it was like Beckett was actually like trying to reach out to this new VTuber, and because she doesn't recognize who Beckett was, and then she rejected her.
Wow. I mean,
It was really something like that. There's a big case of that because I know for a fact that a lot of the older VTubers back in the like from back then
mm,
is actually like very open and actually very accepting because I I don't know, like for me, I have at least for me, I won't say like everyone, like for everyone
mm,
from back then, is that it's I'm really happy on how big VTubing is right now because because we were there and we saw how it grows and so far like that because back then we really wish that VTubers are gonna be like accepted in like in most media and everything,
mm, mm,
and now it's even in companies like Sony, Sega, Air Asia, and a lot a lot of companies, even TV stations are using it. Like it's so it's happy, it's very grateful as well.
mm,
So it's I would say like it's that's the only kind of like the sad thing is that a lot of the newer generation ones don't really look into the old ones.
in that case, do you have any like older VTubers that you would recommend? Like, I don't mind reaching out for the podcast, inviting them to the podcast, because for me, I don't know how long I will be as a VTuber, but at least this
Mm.
podcast and the avatar will still stay even like after.
Mm.
Like, are there any older VTubers you would recommend me invite or like that? Because definitely, I feel like one of these days I'm tempted
Mhm.
to do like this is just an idea, not necessarily will happen. Like a reunion type of thing where we could invite you and some other older VTubers from your time, and then you guys can also chat. We could chat about like back then as well and how VTubing history.
Mm. Ah. Mm.
And
I
as you
don't
know,
know
Eri,
about
I
like
don't mind contacting anyone. Like legit, you ask me Kizuna, I would gladly contact.
oh my god. The contact is an eye, the OG.
Okay, I
Yeah.
will.
But
Let me
if
actually
it's
see
like
if I could do
for
that though.
like for reals, if it's like for reals, then it's hard to say because again they might be like most of the one that are still active today, it's uh probably like really busy or something like that because I'm I'm one of the few that doesn't boom that much, and a lot of them actually have grown so much that their schedule are basically like jam packed. Like again, I would say like there's Evelyn, there's also like the from back then. I think it's like Yui Kai stuff like what else? Pending as well. Deet. I think I only interacted once with Komi, so I can't really say for her that much.
Mm.
But I see that your live to the rigger is Kochi Caturteer.
Yes,
Have you interviewed her or like bring
I
her
am
to the
actually planning
podcast?
to do that. I'm planning to invite her.
Because she's also one of the early ones
Yes,
back then.
she's one of the earliest Singaporeans. Like I still remember.
Yeah. Mm-mm. So yeah, you can contact your rigger. I think.
Yes, no, definitely. I had
Pro-
like funny story about this avatar though. Like legit, it was like I mentioned in the early part of that collab. Like I was joking about being a nasi lemak VTuber, and here Kochi was like, I could feel like I gave him that idea like that, and then like in the middle, like not even 1 hour in to the collab, it's like, hey, Mr. Rio, go check out Twitter, and then I was like, what the hell? You already finished the recap? Honestly, Kochi is impressive.
yes. Kecil-kecil, kecil-kecil dehnya. Kecil deh, kecil dehnya.
Yes, Kochi Mama.
Yes. We're rarely like directly contacting, but yes, we're kind of like aware of each other.
Yeah, like legit.
I think it's mostly like a culture back then. That's the culture back then.
Mm,
Is that unlike now? It's more like very casual and stuff like that. Back then, because the concept of like groups and stuff like that is very rare in the indie scene.
mm,
The most casual that we can get is whenever if we get into like the same Discord server. If we don't do that, then we might as well just like almost like strangers. But yes, we are aware of each other because again, back then it's a very small world.
I mean, here's the funny thing. Like, I was actually also surprised. Like, with Kochi, right? When Kochi posted that Mysterio, the avatar for the Nasi Lemak, Kohi actually responded. I was like, wait, Kohi knows Kochi? And like that. And we were talking, I was talking, I think, with Arman, who apparently also knows Kochi and interacted with her. Like, yeah, back then, like, the community, when you debut at the same time or when you start off at the same time, you're bound to know them. But that is
Mhm.
crazy, like legit. Because nowadays, I feel ah, like even there's people who I think debuted later than me, or started off later than me, and then it's like, wait, you're a VTuber or like that. I'm like, or when are you debuting? I'm like, I am debuting August 2020. Yeah, yeah.
The
It was funny.
culture nowadays. When are you debuting? Like, when did you debut? Back then, we were just back then we just like the usual questions were uh the usual questions is not when you started or like something like that. It's
Yes.
more like what is it? What video you're making? Have you seen this thing? Have you seen this thing and stuff like that? Because again, back then live streaming is very alien for
Yes.
VTubers
Mm.
because we are virtual YouTubers.
I'll, can I be honest with one
And
thing?
the streaming culture came from the Hololive in Nijisanji, and they are the weird ones.
Mm-mm-mm.
And now it become the norm. Well, things change.
Mm-mm.
When in Rome, do the Romans do?
I'll be honest with you. Even in the chat, I'll be honest. The only reason why I'm live streaming is because I'm too lazy to make a video.
Yes, the number one reason for most people that change to streaming.
I mean, I don't want to edit. I don't want to do this. Even I'm too tired for live streaming. But jokes aside, yeah. Jokes aside, the fact that you guys are still here once again is like I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, next time you can actually just contact your mama there.
Yeah, I'll definitely contact my mama. Like that's actually the plan. Like to contact because I have quite a bit of mm, avatars, and I would definitely want to invite like all my parents technically to show up
Ah,
on the podcast because like I still remember like watching Akun's video like how to become a VTuber, and he was talking about like prices and like that. Like
oh, Akuns.
yeah, yeah. But then with me, I was extremely fortunate that I didn't spend any money for VTubing.
Mm.
That's why I don't know how to exactly show my gratitude. But basically, I'll probably explain like more about like this, the Mysterio concept. But then, yes, for me, yes, I actually debuted. Well, not really debuted. Yeah, you could say debut because I had to do one. But then, uh, it's all a joke to be honest. Me being Mysterian like that. That was like a joke from like back then with Hakase and like that. Like I was like, yeah, Mysterio channel, haha, it won't exist. Or like saying that, yes, I'm going to debut or like that. But then like after a while, because of like collab between like Hakase and Ame happened, and I was like, hey, can I join in? It's like, sure, but when are you going to debut? Have you debuted yet? And I was like, no. And then for some reason
The
they
debut
decided to talk
culture.
and wait to postpone the collab until I debuted. So I was like, hiya. That's why I debuted like as soon as possible, like 2 days after. But the goal of the Mysterio channel actually, one of the goals is don't spend money at all. Like I'm not planning to profit. I'm not planning to open like donations. So one of the things is like try to be as unmonetary as possible. But yeah, I am
I see.
extremely grateful for like the people that draw my avatars. Definitely will invite all of the mamas and papas to the podcast. But yeah, it would be interesting though, seeing like Eri interacting with Kochi as well, because I'd say Kochi is also one like the beginning Singapore's in the Singapore scene. I would
It's one of the earliest, one of the very early ones.
because like
I'm who's the first, but she stopped already.
Kochi.
No, 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 not Kochi. There's actually one indie, same like same situation like me, but she stopped already.
Uh,
But yeah, probably she probably, I don't know if there are others, but she might be the first Singaporean VTuber. But yeah, she stopped prematurely. She rebranded first, but then she stopped. Forgot her. I forgot her. Even her first name is kind of like very hard to pronounce actually, but yeah,
uh. I mean,
yeah.
it's
There's actually like very early ones.
mm-hmm. I mean, this podcast technically is not only for VTubers. Like, if you're not a VTuber, you can also be invited to it. Like, if they're still active in a way, I don't mind inviting them. Like, you'll be
Mm,
like for me, even if you graduated or like you've ended your career, I don't mind inviting people back if they're okay with it. That is
mm,
like it would be nice to know as well, like their perspectives, because I feel like one of the other reasons why I joined is because like how before you become, I'm not sure exactly, but if you understand it or like that, but then how like as a viewer, if you see like a VTuber graduate, you think all is over, but they don't realize that people actually still stay in contact with the others.
Mm. Ah, I see.
Yeah, like there's a lot of behind the scenes things that people don't know about as a viewer. That's why, like even
Mm.
Malaysian community, we'll say that it's also quite like, I don't know if I should say it. We do interact with. There are like connections with like Hololive or Nichi Sanchi as well.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
Like I'm sure Eri, you also know about. But yeah, that's the most I'm going to say. I don't want to like, because yes, this is all privacy things. But I will say that there is connections. I mean, especially with the Eri and the Himehina side, the connections are strong there. Yes,
God dang it.
it's a strong carrot bonding
L-
them together.
Lamau.
I mean, like Eri is technically
Right.
like the third member of Himehina, just that hasn't shown himself yet.
Ah, Lamau.
I mean, I still
Kaya
remember like. Wait, let me see if I could get the picture. I know I have it in my Streamlabs OBS. Let me drag. Like, you guys probably have not seen the behind the scenes of Mr. Virtualizer.
Oh my god, no. Lamau. This dude.
Yes, behind the scenes of Mr. Virtualizer, there is something more to that scene. Like there are bloopers to it. Let me see if I could pull it up. Also, by the way, Eri, how long are you able to stay here? I don't want to keep you up too late.
I should because tomorrow is a work day, so yeah.
In that case, you know what? I'll be ending here probably.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you up for too long, and I really do appreciate.
Yeah. It's nice to be here as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely invite you another day, because like yeah, once again, we are going to definitely have a part two where we invite people, more than one people at once.
Yeah, sure.
But yes, first of all, thank you everyone who's watching, as well. Thank you very much, Eri, for joining in as well. It's like really fun having you here. Just saying, it's really enjoyable. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thanks for having me. Thank you everyone who dropped by. Thank you.
Anyways, I'm going to put the ending BGM. Just let me find. Unless Eri wants to sing, then Eri can be the ending BGM.
Lamau. Toot, 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 toot. Toot, toot, toot. Toot, toot, toot. Toot, 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 toot. Toot, toot. Toot, toot. Toot, 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 toot. You're welcome.
Thank you, Eri. Everyone, bye bye.